Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Another video today to show you my situation in PvP at the moment. I'm currently top 86 at the end of the season in Legendary Champion. I'm not pushing that content. I am, how to say that? I'm working on my build, and this is the best place to try my build because you have so many different players using different classes, different builds. Sorry, they are 80% using the same class, the Martial Sage, with a very tanky build, and so I can try different things. So I try to attack stronger players than me, and this is what I'm going to show you with the battle reports here. So you will see the efficiency of my build and the different tests I made, because on my previous video, in fact, I always tried versus Dino, but he has way more power than me. In fact, he has even higher than 130 million, a bit higher than that. I think that he has close to 136 million, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And if you want to know mine, I'm currently a bit below 120 million. So I'm trying to make my build being efficient in PvP, and this is why I'm always trying versus way stronger than me, so I can evaluate the efficiency of my build. But you know, maybe you don't realize how strong is my build, so I wanted to show you the impact it had when I was facing players with the same power as me in PvP. And for that, I prepared something. So let's just switch my class so you can see the stats I have when I'm using the same class as the other players. So let's reset my class. Let's evolve. I'm gonna take the Martial Sage as well because I'm currently working on that to try to improve that build, and so you can see directly the stats I have when I have that class equipped. Okay, so let's do that. Evolve to the Swordmaster and go to Awakening. There we go. Now I have the class. I just need to switch a few things here. So let's use the Warrior build, and I need to reset my stuff here. So generally they are resetting everything here. They are not using any crit damage at all, any counter damage at all, and I'm not even sure if they are using some attack. You know, generally they put a bit of points inside, and they are pumping up their HP to the maximum. The maximum, that, by the way, did you know that it was 100? You can't go higher than 100 level on one soul, just in case it interests you. But you need a crazy amount of soul essence if you want to reach the 100, so it doesn't really matter, right? So then generally they increase their basic attack damage, so I'm gonna do that to 60. Normally I can do that, yes, that's the case. And then I want to put a bit of points into that stat here to have a bit of defense and to have some more crit resistance, because this is the goal when you want to resist damage coming from Plume Monarchs, right? So I think that this is okay. Let's upgrade a bit more my defense, and now normally my set is the right one. So if I show you my stats, and this is what I have at the moment. Weight, crit rate, combo. No, this is not the right build. I forgot to change something here. Combo crit. What is that said? This is not the right one. I'm using counter regen. Yeah, I'm working on many different builds, right? So now if I show you my main stats, so I have 106%, a bit above, just in case someone is trying to reduce my counter strike when I'm using that, the Miracle Mirage. And so let's check the other stats then. This is my crit damage. I don't need some, so I have 2200. My basic attack multiplier is at the moment 4400. I can have better, but I'm lacking some ancients. This is the combo damage resistance I have, 84%, because with my talents I maxed out the red talent everywhere to increase that amount. So 84%. I could go higher if I had some more on the souls or on the ancients. And if I show you the rest, I have 46% damage resistance. Very high amount. And these are my stats, right? So 661 billion HP, 2000 million attack, and 1200 million defense. So now you know how much HP I can have. The stats I have with my power, 120 million power. This is the kind of stat you have with that power, right? So if I compare that with other players who are cheating on their power, look at the difference. Do you see the difference? Oh wait, I don't have the right set equipped for PvP, so if I change that, if I go to Warrior, there we go. Now we can compare the stats. So you can see the difference now, right? So look at that. 340 more billion HP. He is way above 121 million. And same for that guy. He has way more than that. But generally, I'm trying my build versus them. I'm still working on my Martial Sage build, by the way, if you're curious to see. Right before showing you my main battles, I'm gonna go in PvP and I'm gonna show you the efficiency of my build. Okay, that player is a Plume Monarch, probably not with an offensive build, and he has less power than me, but it's a work in progress. I'm trying to improve that build, so this is what I'm using at the moment, so let's see how long I can stay alive. So you can see that I can nullify a lot of the HP I take, but it is not perfect yet. I'm working on that build, and by the way, I'm using that back accessory at the moment, which one is working pretty well on every situation. This is something I'm working on with the different classes. I also tried that on the Prophet class, and so this is the result. So it's working pretty well, but I don't have the right Avian. If I show that to you, this is my Avian. I don't have the punch counter. This is only level 1, so I could have way better, and I have nothing to increase my damage, in fact, so only things to improve. But that was just to show you the real power of people on who I am trying my main build. So now it's time to reset my class. I'm going back to my Plume Monarch. And don't worry, because once I'm gonna be done with my different tests and stuff on the Martial Sage or the Prophet class, I'm gonna try to do a video talking about the build. But for now, I'm struggling to get what I need for the Ancients as well. So this is not very easy, guys. So now it's time to change my preset here, so people won't attack the wrong set. Offense. There we go, back in the crossover ranked match, and now let's check that fight here at the top. 98,000 power. No, this is not true. I'm gonna try to find that player again, and we are gonna see. Do you remember the stats I had when I changed to a Martial Sage? If I check here, he has a bit more stats. So normally his power, yeah, and this is the true power. So now, let's see how I can perform versus a player with the same power as mine, and this is a tanky build, Martial Sage. And by the way, I'm using the back accessory I was using in the previous video I posted on my channel. You know, this one, with the Thorn Thickets. So I'm working on the movement speed reduction in PvP. This is hilarious, right? But it's working pretty well, as you can see here on the screen. I can survive pretty long during the fight, and this is interesting because I can reduce their skill energy regen, and so they can cast less often the skills scaling on max HP, so I can stay alive longer during the run. And this is very interesting. Look at that. The result was close though, but after 40 seconds I am still alive, and so after 45 seconds now I'm getting more stats thanks to the talents I have. 20% more attack, so look at that. All of a sudden I can deal crazy damage. So the goal is to survive enough long to have that bonus and deal more damage. And it's working pretty well. So now I have another one, Elizar. 124 million power. Let's try to find that player to see the real stats. This is the one. Top 47 at the moment. So let's check. He has more stats than the previous one, but apparently the regeneration is not the right one. He's probably working on that build he switched recently, and I suppose that this is the reason why his regeneration rate is pretty low, but he is still top 47, so this is pretty impressive, right? So let's check that fight and see how it goes. He has almost the same power as me, 5 million more. So, but look at that. He has a less regeneration rate than the previous one, and so he's dying faster. I'm taking more damage, by the way. But I wanted to show you the impact my build had on Martial Sages with tanky builds and the same power as mine. You know, so it's working pretty well. And now let's try this one, Shiro. Apparently she has he has a bit more power than me. Let's try to find that player. Top 11. Top 11. more HP, more defense. So I suppose that the real power of that player is more around 128 million minimum. So let's check the fight to see if it was close. I don't remember about that fight though. Oh, and by the way, I was using something different here. My previous build without the movement speed reduction. Here you have a crazy HP regen. This is insane. As I was saying before, I'm trying here versus players with way more power than me so I can know the efficiency of my build, and here it was clearly not efficient. That was different, a different build, so I can do better than that. Then I'm also trying versus other players, so many different players as you can see here, and I did more tests yesterday. So I changed my class this morning, so many players attacked me. Here I had a defense. I haven't checked that yet, so let's see what it was. This is a prophet apparently. He probably attacked me thinking that I was a victim, because at the moment the Plume Monarchs in top arena are the victims, let's be honest, but we are having a hard time. Let's check this one. I won that defense. Another tanky Martial Sage. Less tanky than the others apparently. But one more time, this is not the final set I worked on. This is my previous one. So I'm not trying to reduce the movement speed of the opponents. I was using the alien dimension, which means that over time I'm getting less efficient. And so that is not the right strategy. I was able to win. Let's try to find that player. This is the guy currently top 55. Very tanky build too. A bit more power than me. He is hiding the set. So guys, let me know what did you think about that video, about the build I'm currently working on. As I said on all my previous videos, I am still working on my breedings here. In 25 minutes, I'm gonna be able to get some more. You know what? I'm just gonna wait. 25 minutes, I'm gonna be back. We are gonna see together what I have inside. And I hope that, finger crossed, I'm gonna have some good affixes on my Avians. My goal, try to pass down multiple shots, no speeding, rage bonus, and shroom combo on these Avians. That would be great. I want to try that. Okay guys, it's time to check the eggs. So let's take all the 4 I have. Here it was a legendary. Let's hope that at least I'm gonna have a legendary, so I have some hope when I'm gonna open the egg. A second legendary, so maybe I already have the right affixes, right? Unfortunately here this is not the right one. And finally on the last one, no legendary neither. So let's try to open them and pray to have at least one. Oh, I got Michelle with everything I wanted. This is perfect, guys, and with a pretty high growth coefficient. It was worth the wait. Pretty cool. And the first time I got a Sunshine Bringer with a Rage Slash, so maybe I can try more things in my future videos, guys. But I need more affixes, at least no speeding here with the Rage Slash to check the efficiency. I'm gonna work on that. But look at this one. Perfect one. I love that. Multiple shots on this one. This is not the one I'm using generally, so I'm not gonna use it. And on the others, this one I'm gonna just salvage it. And you know what? I'm gonna salvage this one as well. But this one is cool. Very cool. So I already know the subject of my next video, guys. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.